Hello, welcome to Pleasantview. My name is Sissy, and today I'm going to show you some behind the scenes of my Pleasantview save file that I'll be sharing here on YouTube. We're here in the Caliente household, where Dina and Nina Caliente live at the start of the series. I'm going to give you a quick tour of the house, which looks different than what you're used to if you've ever played Pleasantview before. I'm going to note a few key items I've added for gameplay enhancement and mods. I'll also show you each of the Sims, what they look like with my defaults and custom content, the traits they have, their turn-ons, lifetime want, etc. So, let's get started. This is the inside of the first floor. I'm playing a Pleasantview save file that has been fixed. It's called New Pleasantview on Mod The Sims, and I'll put a link to it for anyone who wants to download. But in this save file, all of the houses have been remodeled. They're all custom content free. They just use items from all of the expansion packs. So if you have the Ultimate Collection, you can use this save file. Isn't it cute? I love it. Let's go upstairs. And this is the second floor. There's a hallway with the first room here, which I think of as Nina's room. And then of course their bathroom in the corner here. I did add a laundry hamper because I do use a laundry mod, so I've added that. This is Dina's room. And then of course it wouldn't be the Caliente house if you didn't go upstairs to the roof with the hot tub. So upstairs we've got the hot tub, we've got the bar, they've got quite the view. So a few other things that I've added are this mailbox shelf down here to the mailbox. This is so the Sims can put their bills down right here rather than going to some random, sometimes third floor space. I have also added in the back here a utility box. I do use an electricity mod, so sometimes the power will go out, sometimes light bulbs will go out, etc. And so they need this for that to function. I also put this calendar, which triggers my holiday mod. So I do play with holidays in my game, and this will trigger certain holidays based on the day and the season. So whether it's season 1, 2, 3, or 4, and how many days are left. And so I put this in all the households so that the holidays happen. Why don't we take a look at our Sims? Let's take a look at Dina first. So I gave her a makeover. I do use clay hairs, which I absolutely love, and I try to keep them close to what they start with, but of course they're both base game Sims, so I do enhance them a little bit in terms of their style. And then I click check outfits on the Gussy Up mod, and then she will show us all of her outfits. I think she looks super cute and still true to herself. Let's have Nina do the same thing. Now let's take a closer look at each of the Sims. We'll start with Dina. So for Dina, I did set her lifetime want to own 3 top-level businesses. Now usually in a vanilla game, this is own 5 top-level businesses. So because I'm keeping Pleasantview by itself and I want this to be a small save file, I have adjusted some of the lifetime wants to be lower. And that's just because there's going to be less Sims in this save file, there's going to be less lots in this save file. So you'll see when you watch the series the changes that I've made. I also use the 50 new lifetime wants by Lemaire, and I also have custom lifetime wants for a few custom careers that are in my game. So you'll see some of those as we play as well. Dina's turn-ons are aliens and gray hair, and her turn-off is serious. So because I play with traits, I also use turn-ons and turn-offs that incorporate the 3T2 traits. Now I've never played The Sims 3, so I'm not as familiar with all of these, but of course, when I was downloading the mods for the traits, I got to know a little bit about what some of them do. I did set the turn-ons and turn-offs for The Sims. And one of the reasons I did that was because I wanted to use a wide variety of these to see how they play. So I made sure that every single turn-on that's available in the game is given to at least one of our playable Sims. I also set for Dina her favorite music is shopping, her favorite color is gray. She loves the heat, she's a diva, she's a snob, she's a great kisser, and she's a mooch. Now you'll see that Nina also loves the heat. And one of the reasons I did this is because I have the game auto-assign traits. So although I manually assigned traits for all of the existing playable Sims, as they age up and as more Sims are born into the game, they're going to automatically be assigned their traits. And I have it so that traits are somewhat genetic. So children will inherit traits from their parents at a certain percentage, and so I thought that because Nina and Dina were siblings, maybe they both inherited this from one of their parents. I did the same thing with the traits that I also did for the turn-ons and turn-offs, which is I tried to use a wide variety of the traits for all of our playable Sims. So the last thing that I did was I assigned aspiration benefits to our Sims. So for Dina, I gave her the needs tree because I do expect that at some point as a fortune Sim, after she marries or if she marries, that she will want a child, and that will be very useful for her. And I also gave her some of the fortune tree because I thought that that would be useful for her. Now, Dina's 29 days away from becoming an elder. So in my game, Sims are adults for 41 days. And that's really 40 because I have all of my life stages set to 1 day longer than I want them to be because I always age up my Sims when there's 1 day left in their lifespan. That way I don't have to fiddle around with resetting their ages or keeping it proper. They always age up within the last 24 hours of their lifespan, and that makes gameplay really simple. However, I do not give secondary aspirations until an adult is halfway through their adult life stage. And Dina is not quite there yet. That's why she doesn't have a secondary aspiration. But she will get one when she's around 20 to 21 days left in her adult life stage. Now let's take a look at Nina. So Nina's lifetime want is to woohoo with 20 different Sims, which I think suits her. Her turn-ons are athletic, artistic, and her turn-off is indoorsy. So I've set Nina's favorite music to salsa. Her favorite color is red. She is flirty, she loves the heat, she dislikes children, she's neat, and she's athletic. Now in addition to this, I have also given Nina the Watcher Book of Faith. I play with a loose version of religion in my game. In Pleasantview, because it's a small town, there will only be one religious structure and one faith. Some Sims are religious and some Sims are not. Most Sims, for the playable Sims that we begin with, are religious, and I only chose a few to not have the Watcher Book of Faith. The Watcher Book of Faith in their inventory does two things. One, it tells me that they are a religious Sim. And two, it serves as a way for the visitor controller to only allow these Sims to autonomously spawn at our religious lot. You'll learn more about religion either the first Sunday that we play in the game, which is quite a ways away, 7 days, or you'll learn more about it when we receive a Ross pop-up, which is a random occurrence scenario, which has to do with religion. I do have an auto Ross mod so that it will pop up in the mornings 25% of the time. And we'll learn more about that as we play through the series. The last thing that Nina has is a job stopinator, because I did also give Nina a job in our custom career, which you will learn more about when the series begins. Nina is the PE teacher for our custom career at our local school. And the way that I play the careers, basically we have one elective per day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And so Nina only works 1 day a week currently. Monday is PE day at the school. So she'll actually be going to work today, leaving Dina at home to get into all kinds of mischief on her own. And finally, Nina, of course being the same age as Dina, is not old enough for a secondary aspiration yet. So for her, the lifetime aspiration benefits, I gave her the romance tree because I think that'll be very useful for her to fulfilling her lifetime want of woohooing with 20 different Sims. And I gave her some of the needs tree so that she can go out on the town and spend a little bit more time before she has to come home, shower, eat, etc. She's not super interested in work since she only works 1 day a week, so I thought this would be best suited for her. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed getting to know the Caliente sisters. We'll be back with them to play their first day in Pleasantview very soon. Be sure to subscribe to see how their lives unfold. Until we meet again, take care.